speaking of Jungle Boy,
Woo!
this is a fun segment for sure. Kenny looking like $1,000,000 as always, and just being so confident on the mic, and he even says it. And I love how him and Don were saying there's a conspiracy behind all this, the conspiracy, and they showed that clip of, they doctored the clip from Double or Nothing. So I thought it was just hilarious. And he made a good point though, like, Jungle Boy has not been much of a talker, or isn't much of a talker on the mic, which it doesn't necessarily need that, because he shows in the ring. And so for him to come out and confront him and then, go face to face before the Young Bucks ruined it, I thought it was great, man. He just is, the tone is set, and that's perfectly what Kenny did. Kenny did that with the Orange Cassidy and Pac match, especially he set the tone with Orange Cassidy perfectly.
You're right.
Made it so much more relevant.
Yep.
And now he's setting the tone with Jungle Boy, and just like the screaming, angry Kenny is so fun to me. And it's so great, like that level of him. And so this match, we knew on paper it was like a dream title match, because these guys are going to be it's going to be so well wrestled for sure. And we know Jungle Boy is just top of his game.
Sure. That's for sure, bro. I could not agree with you more.
Yeah.
The in-ring work that we're going to see between these two is going to be amazing.
Yeah, so this set the tone, set the bar for the stage is set for, what do we got, like 2 weeks from today.
The table is set, the stage is set, everything is ready to go. 2 weeks from today. Yes. I think that, like, it's really funny how the way that this was presented, you had to be grinning ear to ear, because like you said, you love this Kenny who is just will not stop talking. He just loves himself some Kenny. And when you have Don Callis in his ear, those two were absolutely hilarious. I also thought it was really cool how you talk about setting the stage. This is kind of the opposite of what they did with Orange Cassidy, where, Kenny almost he built up Orange Cassidy by dismissing him, right? He calling him the mascot of AEW, not saying that he's not on his level, things like that. It set the tone for that match at Double or Nothing, where when Orange Cassidy did have those moments that pushed Kenny to his limit, it kind of was like an eye-opener for the belt collector. Sure. This was quite the opposite. Kenny, in his promo, talked about how he sees a young Kenny Omega in Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
In the promo, he talked about how he sees a young Kenny Omega in Jungle Boy when it comes to, like, the golden locks. He started talking about Jungle Boy's boyish good looks and the skinny trunks and
the underwear model or something.
Underwear model, yeah. Kenny loves himself some man. So he was talking about like all that stuff. So that was really funny. But where Kenny focused in on was, like, he recognized, oh man, we're gonna have a great match. We're gonna have it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But that then he honed in on the talking. And, that is where it's going to be, like, is Jungle Boy going to be able to rise to the circumstances there, or are they going to allow JB to kind of do what he does and let his actions do the talking for him? I think this is going to be an interesting way that they play this out. I think that when you look at in-ring matchup styles, there are a few competitors that jump. Kenny can go with anybody, right?
Sure.
Kenny can have a great match with anybody. But when you look at the landscape of AEW, there are certain competitors that jump out as people that I want to see go in the ring with Kenny, and JB is at the top of that list. I mean, this dude
absolutely
and I loved how he snuck in, almost getting Kenny locked in that snare trap, which all of us here at Dynamite Download have been loving the snare trap. It's one of the quickly becoming one of the more lethal finishers in AEW. And then you talk about protected finishers, the one-winged angel, no one can kick out of the one-winged angel. The snare trap, no one's broken out of the snare trap. You're getting that, like, if JB can lock in the snare trap, can he take Kenny down? I love how they're presenting this match. Going to be a lot of fun when we see these two get in the ring together. And again, I think that Kenny laid it out there very well. This is almost a mirror images. This is like that Looper scenario where you're seeing like the older version versus the younger version of himself. There's a lot of JB. There's a lot of Kenny in JB's game. You can see it. There's a lot of that showmanship. He's shown an ability to not only be a high flyer, but have a smart technical ability. I really think that this one's going to be one that SPD, you and I, when we see it post-match, we're going to be grinning ear to ear because it's going to deliver.
It's another one of those win-wins from us that Dynamite or AEW is going to deliver as a win-win.
Yep.